Hey.
How you doing?
Doing okay. How you doing?
Stop there, don't you think?
You said who?
A little slow to stop there, don't you think?
Slow to stop?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Why don't you pull over right away?
I want to get to a safe area.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. What's the emergency?
The reason I stopped you is just you don't have any plates on you.
What's the emergency?
I said the reason I stopped you was because you didn't have any plates on you.
Okay. What's the emergency? How you doing?
No, that is what I'm talking
Okay. Might I have your name and your badge number?
about. Yeah, you want a business card?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay. So, John Denninger,
Yeah.
and
Do you have the place in this vehicle?
where's the badge number located?
It's on there. Do you have the place in this vehicle?
I don't see the badge number. Can you said 515?
515.
Okay. It's not on here. John, can you say your last name for me? Deininger. Okay.
So do you have plates for this vehicle?
This is a private vehicle. What you see on there, you see what I have on there? This is a private vehicle.
What do you mean by private vehicle?
You asked me for plates.
Like
So-
Minnesota plates, not vehicle.
I'm not a Minnesota citizen. I'm not a citizen of Minnesota.
Oh, what's
Can I don't want to make any fast moves. Can I reach and hand you some information?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think I'm making any funny moves. That's why I'm trying to communicate with you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this, and I got something else to let you know who I am. That's why I want to ask who I'm talking to, so you can know who you're talking to. I'm not trying to be
I've
rude.
never seen one of these.
No, it's no problem. No problem.
Oh, I see. So it says, so is this your name?
That's my appellation.
So Christopher Bay.
Amir. Yeah.
Appellation. I guess I don't know my appellation.
A name is a corporate type of. I'm not anything to do with corporate. That's my appellation.
Okay. Alright. So born day is your date of birth, I'm guessing?
Right.
Okay. Cool. I've actually just never seen these.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
We're good. I noticed that you had a plate on there, but it's not a license plate. Is that?
Cool. Not cracking my window. Me lock my doors. Not cracking my window no more than this. He didn't even give me a problem about it. See how it goes. I'm standing my ground. It is what it is. We are at war. You gotta know how to conduct yourself. Christopher Amir Bay, for the record.
What would you like to be called?
Christopher Amir Bay.
Christopher. Okay. So, where were you originally born? Were you originally born in this state?
My mother gave birth to me. Being born in the state, I wasn't born in the state, no.
So, I need to know what the VIN is on this. I
But-
understand you're like a sovereign citizen kind of thing.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
So it
I don't want to get
resembles
confused with that.
It resembles that situation because you provided me just a printed off picture on a piece of printer paper.
Oh,
that
well.
says your name. I tried to run your name and date of birth, and
I have a,
okay, well, okay, you got
as a
card,
courtesy,
but it's not a state issued ID of any sort.
I'm not a state citizen.
Okay,
That-
well, to be operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway, you need to have a driver's license. So, because you could be wanted for various crimes.
Right, okay, I understand. I comprehend what you're saying.
Okay.
The motor vehicle code doesn't apply to me.
Okay.
This is not a public. This is not operating in commerce. That deals with commerce.
When was the last
And I'm not
time
trying to give you a hard time at all.
When was the last time you got pulled over?
When last time I've been pulled over? When I was 30, probably 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Did the interaction occur kind of like this?
No.
Did you give him a state issued ID?
No.
For that police officer?
No.
What happened? What was the end result?
Well, his supervisor came out. I gave him the same thing. We had a similar conversation with his supervisor,
Okay.
and he told me, have a good day. It ended peacefully, to say the least.
Okay. Did he run the VIN?
No, there was no reason to run the VIN. There was no crime insinuated.
Okay.
There was no reasonable articulable suspicion.
Okay.
There was no crime at all. Go ahead.
So a crime. A crime being a violation of Minnesota state statute. Is that your definition of a crime?
No crime. My definition of a crime and your definition of crime. You are a policy enforcer, correct? You pulled me over for plates.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm not making any past movements.
You just don't have your seatbelt on either.
I took it off so I can communicate with you. I didn't want to make any fast movements. I had paperwork right here. I gave you my paperwork.
Do you smoke marijuana, sir?
No.
All right. Why is there marijuana on your lap right there? That's marijuana. I smell it. Is that a crime for your laws? Is marijuana a crime for your laws, or is that legal in your?
What do you mean my laws?
You just said your definition of laws is different than my definition of laws.
No, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. That's why we're recording.
What did you say?
What was the question you asked me? So we can be clear with each other.
So here's what I'm concerned with on this traffic stop. I'm concerned with IDing you. I'm concerned with running the VIN off this vehicle, and I'm concerned with the drugs on your lap.
Would you like me to take what I tried to get you in the first place? It's hanging around my neck.
It looks like the same piece of paper you gave me.
But you said printed out copy, so this is my response
it's not going to help me ID you and accomplish one of those 3 goals. So
what's the 3 goals that need to be accomplished?
ID you, run the VIN, and figure out if there's any more marijuana that you're covering up now.
Oh, well, I'm not covering up anything.
Right,
first of all.
Okay. So those are the 3.
Well, I need to speak to your supervisor before we go any further.
All right, he's on his way.
Okay, well, I will wait.
He's not my supervisor, he's just another officer.
Okay.
We don't have other supervisors on right now.
Oh,
Okay, well, I need to speak to you. You are an employee. You have management. You have somebody over you.
Yeah.
I request and command to speak to
But they're home sleeping right now.
Okay,
That
I'm
has
minding
nothing to do with
my
us?
private business. You're interrupting with my private. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you because I don't want to sound like I'm being combative.
I don't think you're being combative.
Okay.
You're uncooperative, not combative.
Well, I'm not gonna give away any of my rights.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing respectfully.
I agree that you're respectful.
That's all I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to make the situation any worse.
All right.
Because I understand you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because you said something about a sovereign citizen a few minutes ago.
Yeah. I said the situation resembles something of that sort.
Right, and there has been. I'm not sure if you watch the news or not. There has been situations where those situations go for the worst. That's why I'm trying to be careful with movements. That you know what I'm doing respectfully. What I'm doing before I do it.
Okay.
That's why I'm communicating with you. I'm not arguing. I'm not being combative. Because those situations go for the worst. Those sovereign citizens. You're a policeman, so I'm sure you know.
Okay. Yeah, I've never dealt with a sovereign citizen. I just watched videos.
Okay, that's why I want to make a distinction that this is not one of those cases at all.
All right. So this is a unique one then. So what I'd like you to do is remove the paperwork that's obstructing your VIN.
As a courtesy.
No. It's a lawful order.
You haven't insinuated a crime.
Yes. You're on a public roadway with no license plates on it. That's a violation of Minnesota state statute. You also have marijuana on your lap, which is another violation of Minnesota state statutes. You could be impaired. I mean, possession of marijuana is a crime in and of itself. There's increased crimes if there's marijuana in a motor vehicle over a certain amount. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
So are you willing to just let me run your VIN quick?
Would it be combative if I respond to what you said before we get to that? Do I have? I want to respond without you taking it aggressively. That's not required. I'm not a Minnesota citizen. I am not a United States citizen.
Okay.
That doesn't apply to me. This is a private vehicle.
That's fine.
If a crime,
Citizen, but
if a crime has been committed, then these type of things can happen where I have to show the VIN, you know, and these other steps that you are asking for should take place when a crime has been committed. You haven't said anything about a crime.
okay.
And then where's the contract that shows that I have to have a plate? You have to present that to me. And
Anytime, I'll be right back with you. You're detained.
thank you.
Try to move the door for me.
No, I cannot. I don't feel safe. What's the crime that you need me to step out for?
I explained that to you already, sir. I'd like you to step out.
You asked me, the last thing you asked me was to show the VIN. You didn't explain.
I'd like you to step out of the vehicle. I told you why I pulled you over. I told you that there's
Is that your supervisor?
Yeah. There you go.
Because it seemed like you're trying to escalate the situation. We were just having. How you doing?
Sir. Hey, man, not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Can I show you your badge number, your name?
My name's Officer Jameson.
Officer Jameson.
Number 228.
228.
Yep.
And then yours is 515. I just got a pen. It's not no weapons.
Yep, you're good.
You got my card.
Right. It was 515.
Yes.
Okay.
What was your name, sir? I didn't catch yours. Sorry.
I am Christopher Amir Bay.
Here's the deal, man. So my partner here, he's just trying to, basically what we're trying to do is just make sure everything's good.
Okay.
He's asking you to step out just so we can talk. It sounds like we'd like to get a VIN number off the vehicle. Looks like it might be blocked. Do you mind if we just get that? We can run the vehicle, make sure everything's cool. If everything's good, we'll come back up here. We'll probably be out of your hair in, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And we was in the middle. I was saying, as a courtesy, I would do that.
Okay.
And I'm not lying about that, am I?
Okay.
Okay. I just also want to show you this also.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's cool.
I can't pronounce your last name. Deininger. He told me the reason why he stopped me was an issue with the plates.
Okay.
So I just wanted to present, this is just one example of a Supreme Court case that speaks about the issue that was already dissolved.
Okay.
So in law, we was talking about law also, that's called stare decisis.
So here in Minnesota, unfortunately, you have to have plates on the vehicle.
Okay.
If you don't have plates, it is a traffic violation here in Minnesota.
Okay. But
So that's why you've been stopped.
okay.
And now we're trying to figure out if the vehicle is basically stolen
Okay.
at this point. So
I'm
now
gonna-
all we're trying, yeah, if you want to move that,
As a courtesy, I will.
perfect.
Okay.
That's great.
Sure. And then this is,
Yeah, you mind if I grab that?
yeah, please,
Perfect.
yeah.
Where did you get this from? Did you get it off the internet or?
No, that's actually, you see at the top it says the Moorish American National Court. Yes.
Okay.
And this is also the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Which,
Yeah, so
So-
we're not trying to jam you up or anything. man.
right, I'm just trying to, like I told Denninger, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be respectful, and also I'm not giving up any of my rights
Fair
in
enough.
this situation. But I understand.
We're not trying to violate it.
Right, okay.
But like I said before, and like my partner here told you, in Minnesota, you have to have plates on your vehicle. That's the reason he stopped you in the first place.
Okay, I heard that.
So
Okay.
now we're just trying to run through our motions, because if we don't do this, and let's say later on our chief looks at this, then it's on us. If you like,
Key aspect of this is that I'd also like to identify you.
I gave you who I am. Not only, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you because I don't want to seem combative. I gave you the paper I presented him. He came back and he stated it was a printed out document. That's what he said. Then I tried to give him, I guess what you all recognize as ID.
okay.
You know, a regular ID like state ID, driver's license.
You have a state driver's license?
That's not required. I'm not a citizen of the United States. I'm not a citizen of Minnesota. I am a Moorish American National. That's the conversation I think is, and it's not a sovereign citizen issue. That's why I want to clear it with him respectfully.
Yep, and the other thing here,
So,
especially in Minnesota, you have to have a valid driver's license either within Minnesota or in another state. If you don't do that, it's driving without a Minnesota driver's license. Is typically what you get cited for. And at this point, from what I'm hearing, granted I haven't been here the whole time, sounds like that's something that you can be cited for as well. Obviously, we can work through this. We're just trying to be respectful.
And that's why it's a curse. Right.
So,
I am the owner of this private vehicle. This is private property.
is your name on the vehicle?
I own this vehicle. This is my private property.
So I'm gonna give you this back.
Okay.
Do you have a driver's license or something that we can get your? Can we write down your name and date of birth?
If he don't want to give you the paper, I will give you this, like I tried to give to him. Because it's the same information. He just came back and said it's a printed out copy. So I honor what he said because I understand it's a printed out copy. I tried to give him this, and that's when he walked back, and I guess he came back with you.
Okay.
So this has the same, but it's like I said.
Can I
What?
just see that real
Sure, no problem. That's my appellation. My born date is on there.
quick?
Height, weight.
And you already gave that to my partner?
Yes, he has it in a printout form, and that's what he came back and said. Well, it's a printout form. And I said, well, I have, and he never took it. I would present it to you respectfully,
Are we able to take that from you? Maybe
as long as I get it back
Oh, of
immediately.
course.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well,
So
Okay.
yeah, I had that one already. I ran that, documented that.
Okay.
I'd like your state issue, KQMs.
okay. I don't have a state issue ID because I'm not required to have one, and it's not a crime for me not to have one because I'm not a citizen. Excuse me.
Are you able to step out of this vehicle? Are you going to step out?
No, I don't feel safe stepping out, and it's not required lawfully for me to step out. And I'm being respectful. Are these people crazy? I'm talking about a lawsuit. Am I able to step out? No.
Hey, sir. Christopher, right?
Christopher American.
Okay. All right. You're free to go.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
Again, recap, policy enforcers pulled me over because I don't have no Minnesota plates. These goofies gonna try to get me to step out of my vehicle and do all type of dumb extra shit to give them jurisdiction. I stood my ground. They tried to ask me the same questions over and over again, which was one of their tactics to get you to change your words and get scared and shit. I stood my ground, presented the stare decisis court cases. I ride with my paperwork, got my identification, got my nationality right here, and everything's in the system already. So he tried to pull this out. Well, in Minnesota, you gotta do this, and in Minnesota, you gotta do that. First of all, this ain't Minnesota. This is Morocco. Minnesota is a corporate fiction. So let's stick with that. Before you try to even get a VIN number, get me to get out the vehicle, all this shit is not happening. What is you, especially getting out the, he pulled on my door handle. I could have actually got on some, you know what I'm saying, some extra shit with that. But just to close out, as they drive off, you're free to go, as you see, appropriate persona at all times. And my mistake is, see, transparency is the best teacher. My mistake, actually, I don't have my private vehicle in my trust. This is why it's important to get your TIS done. First and foremost, nationalize. Because if I was black, African American, that nigga shit, that sovereign citizen shit, it would have ended up ugly. Islam more.
I remember those days we used to scheme in the mall. You said you got big dreams, and I believe in them all. I believe in sunshine when they wanted to rain. To everybody in the game, I just want to see change. Who got the power to control your destiny? Who got the power to control your destiny? Change. You got the power to control.